Hey everybody, what's up? I'm your girl B Sparrow, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. How y'all doing today? I am doing fine. I am thankful to be amongst the living, and if you are within the sound of my voice, I am thankful that you are amongst the living also. I wanted to talk about what happened to T.D. Jakes on yesterday during one of his sermons, and I'm sure by now most of you have heard that he kind of had a medical emergency while preaching a sermon. So when I came across that article, the first person I thought about was Celestial. Some of you call her a prophetess, some of you call her a witch, some of you call her a fake prophetess. I'm not going to call her neither because I haven't heard her call herself a prophetess, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not saying that she hasn't called herself that, but I haven't heard her call herself that. So a lot of people call her a false prophetess. But I want to talk about that. I gotta have to go fetch my article because y'all know I'm a fetcher. Let me go and fetch my article and I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay? Alrighty. Sparrow, 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 Sparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This week's gonna bring it live. Information world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attack a real enemy, strategy that's lethal. There will be no sequel, so get your ticket. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be evicted. Dialogue to begin to the bottom of it. We're gonna agree to disagree. Either way, we sit and talk and arrow. Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. BuzzTweet Talk Radio do not own copyright for this copyrighted material of Section 107 United States Copyright Office, Copyright Act 1976. This video, the music and content it contains is for education and or entertainment purposes only. Y'all gonna have to bear with me a little bit. I'm using OBS to make this video. I'm learning OBS all over again. There's so much to know, but I'm getting there. So I was talking about Celestia. I'm gonna just call her, I don't like the term women of God. I'm just gonna call her a teacher. How about that? Celestia the teacher. She did a few videos on T.D. Jakes and spoke on some things that God had told her about him, about her, about T.D. Jakes, including what has happened with between T.D. Jakes and P. Diddy. But she also predicted that, she also said that the Lord told her that pastors, especially the ones who have not been preaching the true word of God, his true word, his true gospel, these pastors are going to start fainting and falling out, having strokes, and even dying on the pulpit. And so, for those of you who don't know, yesterday during a sermon, T.D. Jakes had a medical emergency where it seems that he was having convulsions. And now you know why Celestial was the first person that I thought about. And here's why I thought about her. Let me play this video for you.
And I made it clear that the punishment that God has for many of these people is death. As far back as October 2021, I was saying that I was seeing ministers pass away in the pulpit from heart attacks and strokes. So God will not even allow some of these people the dignity of dying quietly at home. You're going to die in front of the whole church.
So I'm not sure if you guys heard that. In case you did not hear it, I'm going to try to play it again from my tablet to see if you guys can hear it from there. Let me run it back.
Hello. I'm Celestial and you are welcome to this channel.
Oh wait, I have to find the clip. That's not the right clip. I have to find the clip. But anyway, she was saying that the Most High
showed her or told her that these pastors that are supposed to be preaching his word are going to start falling out over the pulpit for the world to see. These are pastors that he says are not preaching his gospel the way he told them to. And I find it very interesting because, like I said before, people was calling this young lady a false prophet. They call her all kinds of names. They called her a witch. And some of these things that she's speaking about are coming to pass. They called her false prophet because of what she said about Kamala Harris becoming the next president. And when she didn't, they started throwing darts at her. I won't do that because I actually believe that she is hearing some of these things from the Most High. For not long ago, she mentioned T.D. Jakes and P. Diddy. And now here we are hearing, hearing that T.D. Jakes was part of these, what they call them, freak out parties that P. Diddy was having. And now P. Diddy is in jail and people are saying that he's about to tell it all. And T.D. Jakes' name is hot on the list. Yesterday during a sermon, T.D. Jakes began to have convulsions. I'm going to read this article from TMZ.com where it says Pastor T.D. Jakes appears to have medical emergency and that he had convulsions on stage. And there is video of this. You can go on YouTube and type it in and it'll come right up for all to see. Just like Celestial said that God told her it would be. So Jake's church, the Potter's House in Dallas, released a statement writing the pastor's experienced a slight health incident and received immediate medical attention. They say he is stable and under doctor's care, according to the Potter's House. T.D. Jakes, we all know, a popular Christian pastor, seemed to have a medical emergency during his sermon on Sunday. He was convulsing on stage. The preacher and motivational speaker was speaking to his audience both in the church and at home via streaming, and while his voice seemed quiet and he wiped sweat from his brow, nothing appeared out of the ordinary, because we know T.D. Jakes sweat a lot and he has a towel to wipe his sweat. And like I said, this is on video, so this isn't any AI or any doctored video. It's live. You can see where he's sitting down on a stool and he starts to drop his arms and fall back. And I think he dropped the mic too, and that's when people from backstage ran out on stage to cater to him. He was sitting down already, so that kind of helped a lot, I guess. The article goes on to say the preacher and motivational speaker was speaking to his audience both in the church and at home via live stream, and while his voice seemed quiet and he wiped sweat from his brow, nothing appeared out of the ordinary at first. So he suddenly stopped speaking. He let his hands fall to his sides and he began to shake. That's when several people ran from backstage and catered to him. And then the live stream cuts out. This comes seconds, according to the article, after Jakes tells his audience he loves them and talks about going to visit someone in the hospital who ends up encouraging the visitor. Almost like he knew something was wrong. Yeah, he mentioned, like, have you ever been to the hospital to go encourage someone and they end up encouraging you? And then after he said that, that's when he slumped a little bit. And the congregation noticed that something was wrong. It's unclear what exactly happened to Jakes. There's no details so far. No word on how he's doing so far. In case you don't know, Jakes, he's the senior pastor at the Potter's House, a mega church based in Dallas, Texas. He's written a number of books and religious self-help books. He rose to national attention last year when rumors about an alleged relationship with P. Diddy began to surface online. Rumors he shot down fiercely during his Christmas address last year. A Christmas address, a pastor. A Christmas address. Anyway, that's a whole different story. It says that he's in recovery right now. He has doctors surrounded with him, And let me just say, I'm not here to criticize because it can happen to any of us. A few months ago, it happened to my cousin. She's no longer with us, but she fell out while going grocery shopping and never woke up. She's gone. So I'm not here to criticize. I just want to show that God is speaking to us and we need to take heed and we need to listen. He's telling his sons and daughters things that we need to know and we need to listen. Most people are too hardy to listen and they so full of judgment, but like I said, we need to take heed. Let's listen to what Celestial said again. Y'all, if you can't hear it, turn up your video, turn up your volume if you can't hear it.
And I made it clear that the punishment that God has for many of these people is death. As far back as October 2021, I was saying that I was seeing ministers pass away in the pulpit from heart attacks and strokes. So God will not even allow some of these people the dignity of dying quietly at home. You're going to die in front of the whole church.
She said they're going to die in front of the whole
and
church.
And I made it clear that the punishment that God has for many of these.
She said they're going to die in front of the whole church. This is a word that God had given her. And by the way, let me put my disclaimer on right quick. In case I didn't do that, let me do that right now, okay? All right. BuzzzTweet Talk Radio do not own copyright for this copyrighted material, but under Section 107 United States Copyright Office, Copyright Act 1976. This video, the music and content it contains is for education and or entertainment. BuzzzTweet Talk Radio do not own copyright for this copyright. All right, y'all. I told y'all I'm working in OBS, so y'all gonna have to bear with me until I get this down packed, okay? So there you have it. Celestial said 2 years ago that God told her that these pastors, these ministers that are not preaching his gospel the right way are going to be falling out, fainting, having strokes and heart attacks and dying even on the pulpit for the whole world to see. What do y'all think about that? Please let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. And holler at y'all, girl. Okay? Well, all right.